Okay, welcome back. So this time we're going to be solving a quadratic, but using the quadratic formula here. Now this only works, the formula only works for when the quadratic equations are in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, what does a, b, and c mean? Well, it's this. A is the coefficient of x squared. So for this particular question here, the coefficient of x squared is 1, because we've got 1 lots of x squared. For b, the coefficient is the coefficient of x, so which is minus 3, and c is the integer here, which is minus 5. So how the formula works is just plugging these three values into that formula here. So I'm going to rewrite this formula, but with these values in. So minus b. Now, where a lot of people go wrong is this. When b, the coefficient of x, is a negative number, people tend to miss that part out. So this, we could write this as minus 3, which is just positive 3. So I'm just going to write positive 3 there. Okay? So it's positive 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared. Well, minus 3 squared is 9. Minus 4 times ac, 4ac. Well, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times minus 5 is minus 20. And 2 minuses make a plus. All over 2a, which is 2 times 1, which is 2. Now notice here we've got plus 3 plus or minus square root of 9 plus 20. So let me just simplify this 1 minute. It's actually going to be 3 plus or minus square root of 29 over 2. Now the reason why we have a plus or minus is this. For quadratic, most quadratics have 2 solutions. Okay? If you imagine a quadratic curve crossing the x-axis here, there's 2 solutions. Okay. So, coming back to our question, we've got 3 plus or minus 29 over 2. Okay. So, first of all, in our calculation, we could do 3 plus root 29 over 2. And your second calculation, that'll get you one value of x, and your other value of x would be 3 minus 29 over 2. Okay, so there's 2 different sums there, which also gets you another value of x. Okay, I'm not got a calculator on me at the moment, but I'm just going to leave them in sort of surd and fractional form. Okay, so you would then put that into your calculator, and then you get 2 answers for x. Okay? So, now I'm going to do a more complex example. Okay? This is more complex because the equation that we've got here is not in that form. So therefore, we need to rearrange the equation so we have 0 on this side of the equation. Okay? So that's the first thing we need to do. So we can rewrite this as 2x squared plus 4x. We're going to have to add 1 to each side of the equation then to make this 0. So this would be plus 1 equals 0. Okay? And then it's a simple case of identifying a, which is 2, the coefficient of x squared, b, which is positive 4, coefficient of x, and c, which is 1. And then plugging these 3 values into the formula ahead. So that would be minus 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared, which is 16, minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times 2 times 1, which is 8, all over 2a. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay? So then you're going to get 2 answers. So your 2 answers will be x equals minus 4 plus, well, 4 squared is 16 minus 8, which is 8. So that'll be one answer. And your other answer is minus 4. X equals minus 4 minus square root of 8 over 4. Again, apologies, I haven't got a calculator on me, but that's what you would put into your calculator, into a scientific calculator, so you can do it in one go. But if you didn't have a scientific calculator, you could put minus 4 plus the square root of 8 and then divide your answer by 4. Okay, oh, I've got the minus sign there. Apologies. Okay, hopefully that helps.